Hey folks, welcome back to the Dormouse's desk. This is kind of a part 2 to my previous Hobonichi video, which was a review of what I liked and didn't like about my 2023 setup. In this video, we're going to explore how I'm going to prepare my Hobonichi for 2024, which may or may not include some projects. There was an issue with my being an idiot and not remembering to turn on the microphone here and there, so it might be voiceover or it might be me speaking to you in real time. For instance, none of my hand gestures right here make any sense with this voiceover because I have no idea what I said. But anyway, let's get into it. Hey folks, I just wanted to cut in here. There was some questions about how I actually use my Hobonichi for planning. I did a lot of masking of some of my personal information in there. So what I did notice, ooh, my cat just licked me. Stop. What I did notice, he's so crazy, is that there are some monthlies that are blank for 2024 in here. There's about 3 months that just have nothing on them, and I've not planned into them. So I made a mock monthly to show you, which is pretty much identical to how I use it. It doesn't have all of the details, not necessarily details, but is not specific information. And then I found a daily page that I'm okay with sharing. Okay, so yeah. So this is basically how I use my monthly. I'm going to scoot you in. Days that I've highlighted, and I usually do like color-coded highlighting, like, you know, pink means that it's a gig or something, or blue means that it's, I don't know, something else. But for this, I just did everything green because that was the highlighter that I had handy. And green usually means work or some way of making money. So sometimes that is gigs. For right now, all highlighted things are just special days. Like this is St. Patrick's Day, right? This is somebody's birthday. And I put that in the top big section of the day because it applies to the whole day. If I have multiple things going on, like maybe I'm off at 12:30 here because I have a doctor appointment at 3, then that's like what I'll do. I'll be specific about which doctor or what type of doctor appointment it is. It's like a dermatology appointment or just like seeing my general practitioner. Then I'll write in their name at 3, and I know what that means, right? So I know that I'm off work at whatever time and that I have a doctor's appointment. I'll put in just vague if I have some sort of project due. Like if it's for school, I'll put in the class title and I'll write project and due. And so that I'll know that that day I have something due. And then if it's a rehearsal, I'll just write in rehearsal for XYZ. I usually write them at the bottom of the block because they're almost always in the evenings. And then if I have like one in the morning or early afternoon, I'll write it in the top. That's sort of how I know. I don't always write in what time these things happen because it doesn't matter to me when I'm looking at like the full month. I just want to know if something out of the ordinary is happening on that specific day. I don't need to know the details about it. And then if I have like a random bill come in, say if it's like something that's only due annually, like an insurance premium or something, then I'll write that in as well. But this is basically how I use these monthly pages. I generally never keep anything out here. I probably should, but I just haven't, and that's fine because this is the portion of it that works for me, the at a glance portion. All right, so let me go to the daily. So these are my daily pages. This is pretty representative of how I do them. They may not all be as decorative because I may have just needed to just like spew a bunch of like crap, get a bunch of stuff out of my head. But this is basically what's going on. At the top section, I use this as to do things that I need to do that day, or that I would like to have done that day. Sometimes I'm overly optimistic. Hey, buddy. Hi, come here. Yeah. So yeah, sometimes I'm overly optimistic, and that's fine. If I don't get it done in that day, I'll put this little greater than, less than sign thing. I always forget which one that is. I think it's greater than to denote that I need to push it off to another day. It's basically an arrow to push it off into the future. It's I forget whose method it is, but it's like a bullet journaling method of handling to-dos. Sit down, bud. My cat's on my lap, so this is awkward. Here, I do put in, I do time block out what's happening that day. So this is a work day, so I worked. And then if I had something in the evening, I would take it down further. If something was due that day, or if it was a special day, I would write it up at the top here. Like if this was some holiday or something, I would write it at the top of the page. And then just like whatever I need to like dump out of my brain. Oh, here's queso. Okay. I know. Very exciting. Oh no, don't lay down. Okay. This is queso's show now. Let me see if I can pull it out from under. Give me my book. You can stay there. Okay. So yeah, whatever I needed to talk about, like this day I got in a new nib for my Lamy 2000, and it was very wet and much broader than I anticipated. It was like almost the same line width as the broad that I traded it for. And so yeah, I did a little comparison with other nibs, and then I have a bunch of stickers and a bunch of washi tape, and so I really tried this year to make sure that I like decorated pages as much as possible. But I will say the rest of this book doesn't necessarily look like this. I don't always follow this sort of invisible line. Oh, I didn't even show that. Okay. This area, I don't use as big of a space currently as I allowed myself back then, because I just don't need it for time blocking out my day. But yeah, this is a good representative day, how I used my Hobonichi. I don't really use anything down at the bottom, the calendar, or I really don't even read the quotes, which is bad because I'm sure they're probably all very thought-provoking, but I don't do it. So yeah, anyway, back to our originally scheduled programming, and let me see if I can get you Queso's face here. Buddy, will you slide down? Oh, sneaky. Boy, look up into the camera. Oh, there he is. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. All right. Okay, so to start off with, we're just going to go ahead and take everything out of this Galen Leather undyed cover. We're going to wash the leather and condition it. I anticipate it's going to be a little bit darker, but that's what we're preparing to do here. But to recap what just happened, I'm using Leather Honey leather cleaner. It's concentrated, and I've just diluted it in some water, and I've rubbed the dilution all over the notebook cover. It has a little bit of sud to it, not a lot, but the idea is to, I guess, just get like the surface, and I am getting some discoloration on the paper towel. So is that grime from a year of using the notebook cover or what? I don't know. Probably. So what's going to happen now is that I'm just going to let this dry, and then I'll come back and we'll rub in some of the conditioner. Alright, here I am rereading the directions that very specifically say to make sure that your piece of leather is completely dry before you use the leather lotion on it, and I'm disregarding that. It is mostly dry. I have done this before, and also was impatient, and it was fine. It wasn't a problem at all, but I would recommend that you follow the directions. Don't do what I do, follow the directions. So it does say to use a small amount, a little bit goes a long way, but this leather seems so dry that it didn't go a very long way at all. So I applied quite liberally, and then the next day when I went to go check on it, because you're supposed to leave it sit for a while, let it soak in before you wipe it off. They do recommend that you wipe it off, but there was literally nothing to wipe off. So this was I guess a dry piece of leather, which sort of surprising me, because it's a pretty humid environment and this leather does not see a lot of sun. So anyway, I'm doing the same thing to the inside. I'm not really worried about getting the lotion on the inner portion of the leather, because nobody's ever going to see that, and I don't think it's going to be a big deal. But yeah, you can see how the leather is already starting to darken up again. Don't do this if you don't want your leather to patina a little bit. Alright, as promised, it's been a couple of days. This is what the cover currently looks like. I believe it got a little bit darker. The moisturizer, the leather lotion seems to have really darkened it up a little bit, and I'm kind of okay with that. I'm not bent out of shape. The indentations from this clip are still here. Doesn't bother me. You can still see there is a bit of a difference with the pen loop. And that's fine because that always gets tucked away. So yeah, probably didn't need to go through the cleaning of this, but if you do want to, I guess, accelerate the patina of your undyed leather products, this would be one way to do it. I will share that I also did my Hobonichi 5-year cover, and I had a rather large ink stain right here that kind of hurt my heart, and the cleaner it took care of that. You can like barely tell anything happened there. So this is what it looks like. I'm not sure what this is, but this is how this is wearing, and the inside is still got that very strange, it's like an oxidation. It's an oxidation line because this book is usually always closed. So, yeah. But yeah, I'm very pleased with how I took care of that stain. I'm not sure that it was worth putting the Leather Honey conditioner on here, but I did, and it seems fine. So let's assemble. I have a stack of things right off screen here that needs to go in. This year's notebook is going to be the blue one. They come in packs of 2. The little notebooks come in packs of 2. One of them is a light color and the other one is a dark blue. So this year's was the lighter color, and next year's will be this dark blue. And I might need to pull that away. Oh, actually, no, yep, it's trying to push it out. Okay. I'll just push it back in. All right. So we're in. Oh my goodness, it's so small. It's itty bitty. Wow, that's kind of nice, just not having anything in it. Fresh new year. Okay. The notebook has to go in. Pull the loop out again. It's a little bit of a tight squeeze. After it's been in there for a while, it really loosens up though. Okay. Sometimes you gotta mush it around a little bit, breaking the spines, bend those outer pages, those cover pages a little bit. You can see how it sort of sits in there now. I have a feeling that's why they make these notebooks a little bit narrower than the Hobonichi, so you can do things like this. All right. So this is the 2024 Hobonichi Cousin in the A5 size with the notebook. I got the pencil board here. So yeah, what next? Well, let's put in some blotting paper on all the places that we like to have blotting paper. I have 2 different kinds. These are both from Esterbrook. This is the new one that came out with the Esterbrook Raven pens, which are really cool. I want one, but I have the Sailor Imperial Black, and it's probably not necessary to have 2 stealthy black pens like that, but the button filler is really tempting. And then we have this one, which they came out with, I think, earlier this year. But I love that they're doing interesting things with blotting papers. So when you buy a pack of the blotting papers, you get, I think, 3 of these larger size ones, and then you get 2 pages of the shorter sized ones. So it comes with 3 of these per page, these little small ones, and those are good for smaller notebooks. I actually keep one in this notebook that I use for pen testing. And it's a little bit on the long side. This is an A7. It's a little bit on the long side, but it doesn't bother me. I stick it in my shelf over here. But it's really nice to have something of that size in there. Okay, so let's find places for these. first place is going to be in the weeklies. Oh, or should it be in the monthlies? Yeah, we'll put one in the monthlies. And I don't mind having a shorter size blotting paper on pages that I'm not going to be as active in. So this is fine. Can put that one in there. And then we'll go to the start of the weeklies. Oh, how beautiful that it starts on a Monday. That is convenient. Okay, and then I'll have one in here. The next section is obviously going to be the dailies. And I think I'm going to go for that one. I will say that if you have these in an A5, they do go from the very top to the very bottom. If you're used to the J or Bond blotting papers, they're much shorter. So you may or may not like that. And then the last one I'm going to put back here in this little notebook, because this is going to be all things related to the channel and specific ink swatching. My currently inked list that I handwrite out is going to be back here too, and so this is going to live here. All right. Let's see, what else do we have over here? My ollie clip. I still am, it's still December, and so I'm still using my 2023 Hobonichi, which has the rest of my ollie clips in. So I'm going to move those over. I'm going to move those over when the year is done. Oh wow, this is very textured. I was not expecting that. If you get the Fairy Night, I think there's like one other. I think it's mostly green and has other colors in it. Something that I didn't realize was that this is like a glitter plastic, so it's a little bit rough. It's not smooth like some of the other ones are. So if you're a tactile person and something like this would bother you, be aware of that. I don't know how I feel about it at the moment, but it is fun and pretty. I do think my old ollie clip will probably go better with some of the things that are in here, but this is what we've got right now, so we're going to use it. And what I like to do is I like to clip the week and the weekly and the daily with the big ollie clip. So we have that. What else? The rest of it is going to be basically just filling things in, carrying things over. So this first section, I will put in important days, holidays, things that I know that are going on. I really should utilize this top section more for, like, you know how sometimes you have bills that come in annually but come in at weird times. I should really put those up there so I have a reminder that, hey, you have to pay this insurance premium or whatever. So I'll do that, and I will continue to color code. Oh, you know what? I have something else that I need to share. Okay, I have also picked up these. This is a refill packet for the stickies that have the panda bears on it. But it was just cheaper to buy the refill packet. These things are really small. Those are going to be incorporated as flags, as well as these things are, and we looked at these in the last video, and I don't remember what they are called. Oh, the Aero McCurry stickers. They're like a color palette. And they're transparent stickers. I was wondering if you can write on these. This is a Uniball one in the petite size. This is very cute and convenient. If you like my Dormouse stickers, this is a tester sheet. I was putting it through the printer and through a typewriter. You can put these through your typewriter if you have one. But this, oh look, I already have a test here. This works really well on these. I usually say Pigma Microns are my favorite, but this works really well as well. And no smearing. So does this smear, is the question. Oh, it kind of smears off onto me, but it doesn't really appear to be smearing through the sticker. So then the next question is, does it work with fountain pens? That doesn't look as good. We will put this off to the side and see how it dries. Okay, so I'm going to slide this right here so that I can forget that it exists. Actually, I might be able to stick it to this card. Okay, so this is going to need to live in my notebook somehow, and I'm probably going to be really annoyed if I have to open this and have to dig these out of here and then stick them back in because they're so tiny. So they don't even want to come out of the plastic. So here's what I'm going to do. So the thought here is, like, I like the quality of this card, but maybe not the aesthetic of it. So I'm going to wrap it in washi tape. And this is like the perfect length. I might do it this way, but this would probably be easier. I'm going to slice this open so that it will completely like fold over and cover these. And that way I can just like peel this up and like grab one off. Otherwise, when I stick it into the thing, into the little pocket, it's going to tear off flags, and I don't want to do that. So we're just creating as we go. Oh, and then I'm going to use this to actually stick them onto here. Better than it was, I guess. This is permanent double-sided tape. I think that should be enough. So I'm going to go ahead and stick things down. I think I'm just going to add this one here at the end with just a tiny piece of tape. Ooh, that's too big. And instead of sort of having this along the top, I went ahead and got the plastic that was for the ollie clip that this thing is on, and I'm gonna just keep it in here and sort of cut the top off to protect it. There. That's a little bit better. Actually, I'm going to make this shorter so that I can slide it in and out easier. There we go. So that'll just slide in out of there. Clean up my mess. And I can put that right there. As far as the stencil, I think I'm going to leave this in here for right now, just because there are pages that I need to make, and I want to like do titles for them. This I'm not prepared to put in here yet. Oh, how did this dry? Still kind of looks wet, and it smears. Okay, so these stickers, these Iramakuri stickers, you can write on them. Use ballpoint pen, though, because fountain pen ink doesn't seem to work very well. I need to figure out how to... Will this fit in here? It'll fit in here. Oh, hot diggity dog. Oh, come on, fit. Yeah. Awesome. Okay, that's perfect. That's perfect. Great. I love it. Okay. Uh-oh. Too wide? Really? Don't be too wide. Washi tape going back. Okay, so I think the thickness of these stickers will work just fine, but I can't have my washi tape in there because it's a little bit wider and there's not enough room. But that's fine because I don't really want this bulky thing inside my book. And this can slide in the back here. Easy. Easy. All right. Still not quite used to folding. Okay. But yeah, so the rest of this is filling in personal information, which I'm not going to drag you through. It's, you know, birth dates, holidays, things like that are going to get transferred over in here. And if I have any bright ideas about how to be more intentional with this book in the coming couple of weeks, I'll probably make another video and tell you what I'm doing there. But as it stands for right now, I think this is where I want to be with this. There's probably going to be some stickers from here and a couple other places that might make their way in there. These stickers I'm still reserving for the rest of this year. And then the only other thing is my weeks. So this will be strictly for school. Tell me what Hobonichis you have and how you're using them this year. Are you separating out personal versus school or work journals? How do you do that? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching this sort of like weird video. And please remember to at least like the video if you liked it. Just go ahead and hit that little button because it really helps us small channels out. And if you haven't subscribed and you like my videos, then please subscribe as well. And I don't normally ask that, but I'm so close to 1,000 subscribers. So if you could do that, that would be absolutely amazing. Anyway, have a great day. Have a great holiday season, whatever you celebrate, wherever you are, and have a happy new year. All the best. Bye.